Scorpio, and welcome to your mini bi-weekly general love tarot reading for January 16th through the 31st, 2017. So, here are the messages I'm getting. First of all, right here off the top of this reading, I feel like someone's waiting for someone here. I just feel like this person that you're waiting for perhaps is, it could be a Pisces or a water sign, Scorpio, same sign as you, Pisces or Cancer. But I feel the energy of perhaps this person may have had some codependent issues. It could have been addiction. It could have been emotional issues. It could have been they weren't faithful to you, or it could have just been lies, and I'm really feeling the deception a lot, where there has been now some big time trust issues. Moving into the reading, though, I am seeing Earth. Okay, like there's an Earth sign here. Could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but I'm feeling that there is a reconciliation with this person. I feel a lot of fire, the fire element moving through here, which is telling me that this is going to take off soon. And it's also going to feel like a renewed love. There's going to be a lot of spark there. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a relationship that you broke up with. This could mean that it could be a childhood sweetheart, or it could also mean something from another lifetime. Okay, so it has that kind of energy of a soulmate that you've known for some time, and maybe even lifetimes. Okay, and so I just feel that opportunity to restart relationships in general. I feel like things are just coming together, you know. However, I feel like there's a catch-22 here. And actually, it's a good catch-22. I feel like the opportunity comes to you because there were lessons to learn here. And I really feel that the lessons have a lot to do with coming to an understanding and respect one another, value each other, try to understand and meet the needs of each other. That's what I'm getting really strong about this relationship. Now, I understand it's not going to resonate with everyone, but these are the messages that are coming out very strong in this reading. I also feel like that perhaps there is a trip, or there's this trip I feel. And I feel like this trip or vacation or meeting gets canceled because someone here, whether it's you or the party that you're interested in, somebody hasn't been telling the truth, or somebody hasn't been doing honesty as much as you would appreciate to see that. And so that is something that I feel really needs to be focused on here. I would kind of maybe delay this trip until you know for sure how that's going to turn out, because I just feel like there's a lot of deception and a lot of discord here. And I pulled an extra card because I wanted to see what that was actually speaking about. And it's got to do with trust. It has to do with trust. And I feel like that this may involve, it could involve a fire sign. I'm feeling like maybe it could be an Aries or a Sagittarius. It could even be a Leo, but I'm being drawn closer to be a Sagittarius. Sorry to get up for one moment. I need to turn off my phone. Oh, I'm going to Of course, I shook you up while I was coming back, didn't I? I just don't like to start a video over because I'm in flow, and I'll lose it if I do that. So sorry I wasn't conscious of turning off my phone. Anyways, so that's what I'm getting here. And I feel like a strong movement here again of putting relationships together. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to do with a reconciliation. This could be a relationship that you already have going, but it's running hot and cold, for example. I don't know if that energy is coming from you or if it's coming from your partner. And I'm also feeling like there have been some relationship issues regarding money that just kind of came right in here. But all in all, Scorpio, the energy is moving in your favor as you move towards the end of this month. I'm getting January 19th. And pardon me, also January 17th and January 22nd of being really high moments of energy to where you can set your goals in action, set your love interests, or whatever your goals are in regards to love. And I'm also getting January 29th. Now, January 29th to me feels like a catalysm. It's like boom, 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 boom. Whether it's good or bad, things are definitely coming to a surge, to the forefront of really seeing what things are really about. I hope it's all good for you, Scorpio. But, sometimes we have to see the darker parts in order to really have the desire of getting back into the light and really respecting our journey and our life and what we actually really want to attract in here. No matter how much we love someone, sometimes their codependency, their ego, their attitudes win over, and we can't change anybody. They have to change themselves. Let me go ahead and pull just a few more cards here. So we've got the High Priestess and Forgiving and Learning. Okay. So maybe what I was reading in the beginning, or this is an entirely different relationship. I'm feeling like this involves like perhaps an air sign. And I have a feeling that somebody else was involved. Like there were 3 people here. And this kind of pulled you apart. There was a lot of anger. And I feel like there still needs to be a lot of healing going on here. But I do feel like there is, or maybe there's hope. I'm not seeing that it's actually manifesting where you're face to face. This could be through text message, email, maybe a phone conversation, but I don't feel like you're face to face yet, but I feel like there is a start of a conversation that is trying to straighten itself out, is what I'm getting. Now, I feel like this happened under an aspect, like maybe Mercury retrograde, or it could have been another aspect, in the past. But I'm also feeling recent energy, like maybe this occurred somewhere. I'm getting between December 12th and, what's that? Around New Year's, maybe a little after New Year's, actually. Okay. And so that's what I'm getting there. And moving into the Hanged Man, well, I know you're trying to smile about this, but it's all good. It's all good because moving forward, whoa, here comes the Leo. Here comes Leo. We love those Leos, don't we? Anyways, here comes Leo here, and I feel like, okay, like maybe you're in a relationship with a Leo, and the Leo just didn't, things were just happening in the beginning. It's like, like you're feeling like the Hanged Man here. But I do feel like the energy is going to change itself, and there's opportunity coming in the door now to get with this Leo. Or fire sign, okay? Because Spirit likes to leave things open. I don't like to just target one sign here, that things could develop between the two of you more so. But I feel like whatever you felt hung about, as the hangman, whatever was making you unhappy, I'm getting the message here that you need to really figure out, if this love is going to, I feel it is, going to meet your needs. Okay? We all have needs. We don't want to be needy, but we all have in our heart what we are looking for, as far as a life partner. And this looks good. Some of you who aren't in a relationship now, it looks like you could actually get involved with either an earth or fire sign. Yeah. And now it could be their sun, it could be moon, it could be rising. And I want you to understand that I leave my readings open that way. I don't say, yep, this is a Leo sun. I'm just saying Leo. It's got Leo energy in it, for example. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what the angels have to say now. Messages for Scorpio. Oh. And I'm not going to cut them. I am just going to pull cards that I feel drawn to. So there is the intention. And, the message I'm getting here, my friends, is intention. It's not like, I'm not going to bring it up to the universe like we're asking the universe to do something. I feel like, what are your intentions? You, yours, or your mates, or your prospective mate. What are the intentions in the relationship? What is it that you're looking for out of this relationship? What ideas and inspirations can you bring or participate in this relationship? I'll tell you one of them. It's listening. Listening, having listening skills, really listening without interrupting and just involving your breath in it. Okay, to try to balance some of the emotion, especially if you're a water sign, and if you're talking to a water sign or a fire sign that has a lot of energy and spunk there, you want to just kind of involve your breath to just, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, peace, love, balance. Now, here's that truth and integrity card, which is just taking me back to this trust deception issue I was reading earlier in the reading. Okay, Scorpios, we very well know, I'm a Scorpio, truth, honesty, loyalty, devotion is extremely important to us. And even if someone messes up, we do give them another chance. At least us lighter Scorpios do. But, after a while, we can't stand deception. We cannot stand to really mingle with people that we can't trust. It just really edges us, and that's important. And I think Spirit is asking that you look at your own truth here, okay? Not just your partner's truth, but your own truth. I love when I get that music card. To me, that means the angels are singing, and there's the Serenity card. The angels are here with us, helping us move forward, heal. There's the new beginnings, okay? And in the meditation card, when I get it next to new beginnings, and what the angels are telling me right now is, this is about focusing on, hearing the music out of everything. You know how it is, walk with beauty, how that's a beautiful Navajo saying. Well, I'm telling you to walk with music, okay? Walk with music, because music brings, and I mean beautiful music. I'm not talking about music that wants to tear up the city. I'm talking about music that has some angelic rhythm to it, because that's the kind of energy I'm feeling, and that brings peace and love and all the beautiful esoteric light Now we have got 2 new beginnings here, and this all prepares you for that new beginning that's coming your direction. You know, you want to meditate on new beginnings. You don't want to just meditate on wishful thinking and getting prayers answered. Meditate for a change on the new beginnings, how you want to perceive, how you imagine these new beginnings to be, how you want them to perceive. What are your thoughts with it? Are a lot of negative thoughts coming in on it? Okay, how can you change some of those negative thoughts to be positive thoughts to help you enlighten this new beginning? All right, I'm going to go ahead now and shuffle some cards here for the general reading. Remember, folks, these are just mini readings. Message for Scorpio. What are the messages for Scorpio? One I'm getting here, because it's weird how I'm shuffling the cards, but I watch all the signs. So what Spirit, whoops, and this card fell out. I'm going to get that in a minute. But Spirit is saying that some of you Scorpios need to just lighten up. Or you looking in on this video because you're in love with a Scorpio, or just have a friend who's a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. You know, energy needs to lighten up. Now, I know we're just passing a full moon, and that moon was in Cancer, and it was kind of an emotional moon because it's participating in the cardinal cross, and Mercury, you know, is still in shadow, but it's direct, but you still have some energy of the retrograde. So lighten up, my friends. Feel the light. Dance with the light. Breathe the light. Listen to light music. Okay, Scorpio. I'm going to just get this card. Of course, we've got 2 moon cards here. Okay, so lighten up, intuition. Here's the 2 of fire, the 8 of air. I'll read it in a second. 3 of earth, 7 of fire, 10 of earth, awakening, yes, and balance. Okay, so the moon, the 2 of fire, 8 of air, and 3 of earth. So here, you know, again, to me, moon represents water. It also represents Cancer. It represents Pisces to me. Okay, so any water sign here. And I'm feeling like, I feel like there are some changes you want happening in your life, but there are some fears at the same time that stand in the way. And that sort of separates you from being connected to your world to really take action to make things, or to participate in making things move for you. With the 2 of fire, you know, coming out of this moon energy, I'm really feeling like some of you are coming into your own. And what that means is you could be creating partnerships right now. You could be going into your own business. You could be doing work online, or you could be working for a company that has freedom and yet success. So you could work at home, or I'm even feeling traveling too. So I feel like those are opportunities that are coming in. I'm seeing contracts. Maybe some of you are writers. Maybe you're publishing something. Maybe you're making videos. You're being creative, presentations. Oh my God, it could be anything. It could be food. You could be cooking. Maybe you are going to chef school. I don't know why that came in, but it did. Just a lot of amazing energy here that you could be just creating. Okay. And I'd probably focus a bit on that fire element too, because the fire element, it helps manifest things. You know, you might even want to write all your goals and all the dreams and everything you want on a piece of paper, throw it in the fire and burn it. Let it go to the universe and say, I'm ready. Let's synchronize. Now here we got the 8 of air. For some of you, okay. I feel like there's, you've heard of writer's block. Well, I'm feeling like this is also for some of you job block or, money block. I'm feeling like right now there's just energy that's kind of making you feel less about yourself, and also feeling maybe you're not confident to make this change. I feel for some of you too, you're not even confident to, or this could be your partner, to get into a relationship because things just feel so out of sync. But I feel like this can be an illusion too. And the more you keep looking at it the way it is, isn't going to give it the opportunity to change. So you've got to start looking at this differently. Come on, let's look at what we want our outcome to be. Okay, so we can just create that vision board, create that platform to really move forward with that. Don't give up. Have faith. Okay, you're strong, Scorpio. And the Three of Earth it's a creativity card. Wanting or needing or even becoming recognized for the abilities that you can do. Scorpios, you can make great team players. You also can, split off from everybody and work on your own. But I really feel like there needs to be some team playing energy here in order to, really get where you want to be in regards to your future. Now, I didn't say that. Well, I said that, but that just kind of, I kind of zonked out there for a minute. That was channeled in. So that message is for someone who just has given up about looking maybe towards their future or goes too far into the future and isn't present enough here. Okay, I think you'll get it. If that message, if you're listening to this video and that message is for you, you'll get it. Okay, so our next set is the Seven of Fire. Okay, and the Ten of Earth. Now, here I'm feeling like there's some conflicts with friends or family members. It could also be a mate of yours or someone that you were together and maybe you're not together with. I really feel like you feel right now that you need to stand your ground. You are like on the verge of this very thin line. I'm standing my ground, but if I need to, I'm crossing into the battleground. So Spirit is saying with the Ten of Earth that you have the opportunity to actually make this good by not reacting anymore into that other person's emotions, whether this is at work, this is at home, this is with a lover, a spouse, a sibling, friend, I don't care who it is. Okay. I also feel like maybe some of you, and it could be again, friend, family, coworker, boss, whatever, lover. I feel like there's been some upset or some struggles in regards to money. Maybe someone has a codependent issue and is constantly asking you for money, and you are trying to learn to say no, or you're saying no, but it hurts to say no. Something is happening here where you're trying to make a balance with that. And this card, the Ten of Earth, is here to help you. And we've got the Awakening card, Archangel Gabriel. Love this card. One of my favorite, because this is the magic here. This is the magic that needs to be performed in order to receive the miracle. And that is the power of imagination and perception. But it needs to be done in the present moment in order to manifest it realistically. Okay? No expectations. None. And it's also the card to be you. Awaken to your own light. Stop being what other people want you to be, or relationships came back in here, or having relationships no matter what type they are for the purpose of the other person and not yourself. Okay? And the last card is balance. We all know what balance is, the need of balance, the need of cooperation, compromising, understanding. There's always a divine timing for things. But we're not going to reach that divine timing until we click that divine timing within us. Okay? If you'd like a personal reading, www.transformationandempowerment.com. Please remember to check your moon and rising. Scorpio, I love you and blessings.